we have the pleasure of being one of the first to step on the brand new SeaVee Boats 400Z. The weather's a little rainy, it's a little cool out here today, but we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna go through the entire boat with Ariel Perez from SeaVee Boats himself. So sit back, enjoy, let's have a good time. So this was quite a treat for us. Just found out that Ariel was out of town. He has yet to sea trial this boat himself, so we kind of get this first experience along with him, which is really cool. Pretty impressive with the triple V10 400s. Ariel, if you can, go into a little of the performance you expect to see on the boat and a little bit of that stepped hull bottom that you were talking to me about while we were running, if you don't mind.
So one thing that's interesting is we have a multi-angle step. So our first step kind of works like a small tab. That's what allows us to get up on a plane quickly. We don't get that bow rise. And then once we transition over like 32 miles an hour, we reduce the friction there, and then the forces move to the rear step, where that allows us to trim the boat up a little bit. So we were able to run at about a 6-degree running angle, which we have found to be the optimum angle for performance and for acceleration. So yeah, very excited. It's always nice when you get to jump on the boat and see that all that data worked, and I'm really happy with the boat.
Yeah, I mean, you can see between you guys, Rob, Katie over there, they gather so much information that they have this dialed in, you know, incredibly well. We jumped up on plane, like Ariel said, there was no bow rise at all. I pretty much just jumped straight up. The V10s have incredible low end power, and you have triple engines on this boat doing about 65 top end.
Yeah, 65 miles an hour top end. One thing really nice about these engines is they run a really tall gear ratio, and we're able to turn a very big propeller. So they've got these larger propellers, which, you know, I really like. It gives us a lot of acceleration, a lot of torque. One thing that we've noticed is the ability to get on plane with heavy loads. You really don't feel the difference from light to heavy. And backing down with these large propeller diameters, you know, it really does perform more like an inboard boat in reverse. So that's exciting as well. Mercury's done a really good job on these V10s. I've got them on my boat, and now this is our demo boat, and I got to tell you, every time I get on them, I really do enjoy running a boat with them on it.
Definitely seems like the perfect combination. What do you expect to see with quad engines on this one?
So we'll probably run mid-70s, 75, you know, so we're probably about 10 miles an hour. You know, a little more acceleration out of the hole. This boat's I think it was 0 to 30, we're getting around 6.5 to 7 seconds. We can probably get that down under 6 seconds, which kind of feels like a race car.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially on a big platform like this one.
Now we'll get a little more wheel time, and then we'll go do a little walkthrough on the boat and kind of show you, you know, because what changed, you know, this boat has really big shoes to fill. This is replacing the 39.
Legendary 39.
That's been around since 2006. I think you rode my very first boat back in 2006.
I was there way back then and remember it very clearly. But you can see, even being a similar size platform, you guys did make some changes. It does look quite a bit beamier. It looks like a larger boat. You can tell the differences, and obviously the cosmetic part, the console. So I look forward to going through the walkthrough here. We're going to get into every single detail with Ariel, but we're going to do it back at the dock where we have a little less wind and a little more of a manageable situation for us. All right, now that we went and ran the boat a little bit in the bay, got the drone up so you can see what the exterior of the 400Z looks like. We have nobody better than Ariel himself to walk us through, and this I'm sure is what you guys have been waiting for. So we're gonna walk through every single detail to see what they did different from the 390Z to the brand new 400Z. So Ariel?
Here you have the 400Z, and what we did different is pretty much everything. This is a completely from the ground up brand new boat. The only thing we brought over was the leaning posts and the rear facing seat. Other than that, there's nothing that was reused, all new tooling. So excited. So obviously the biggest thing you notice right away is the corner live wells. That's kind of become our staple now, where we've been able, you know, to push the transom a lot closer. So if you look at any boat, we're one of the, you know, light tackle fishing, we've got you as close to these motors as we can get you. That was something that everybody really wanted, so we brought that into the new 400Z. We dedicated SeaKeeper compartment down below, so it's really nice. So you have an area where you can mount your SeaKeeper 3 in this boat. We're actually running dual lithium batteries on this boat, and we're taking advantage of the new alternators that Mercury got us, these very high output alternators. So now, even during the day while we're running the boat, we're putting more power into it than we're using. So that's a really nice feature. We're really excited about that.
Now they're doing the 150 amp alternator compared to the 115 I believe they had on the V8s. So this is actually really contributing some power to the to your systems.
Yeah, you're able to take it. I mean, and it's 150 times 3.
Right.
So it's a lot of power coming into the boat. And you know, with all the new Livewell systems, all of that, we do use a lot more power, electronics, everything, but we're able to take advantage and feed the inverter bank a lot of power off those alternators. So come on back. We gave you the access to the rigging. Nice clean. We brought everything up out of the bilge. We've got the pump box, and that's feeding a manifold system on this. So that's also something new on this boat. We've got the rear compartments. So basically it's 3 bilges, and this is kind of, we built in a bucket holder. So it's like a little trash bin or cast net holder. We have one on each side. And the big difference is that now we have dual fish boxes on either side. And these are massive fish boxes. They go on and go on forever. So they're insulated boxes, and we have dual instead of a single where we used to have before.
Right.
When you had the SeaKeeper, you lost your rear fish box. Something new, first time in any of our boats, is a dedicated stern anchor compartment. This is an option that you can add, so you can keep your rope, your chain, and your stern anchor down below. This was kind of a wasted area. If you did a rocket launcher, that would be the mount for the rocket launcher.
Oh, okay.
So you get one or the other.
Gotcha.
All right. So walking forward, like I said, we've got our tackle station with we have our deluxe rear facing seat with the dual coolers. We still have plenty of tackle storage. We went to magnets again on the cushions.
Very nice.
And on this one, yep, we did the friction catch hinges. The doors aren't swinging on you. Another thing that we did on this boat is we added another set of compartments in here. So taking advantage of all that space.
Definitely.
So when you're fishing, you can put this away, or when you're cruising, you can really use it. Yep. We gave you a deep storage tray in there.
Alrighty.
All right, so let's work our way up here to the console. This is something brand new. We kind of brought the design from our bigger boat, the 45 and the 42, where we kind of brought everything more towards you, a little more ergonomic, a little more comfortable at the feel. So if you'll notice, we brought the controls, we brought the steering back at you. We did that with a dedicated helm pod. So this pod can be done in different ways, can be finished in different colors. We also gave you the individual glove boxes. So on this side we mounted the keys, and on this one we left you some storage for your phone or some gear.
Very nice.
We brought the cup holders in front of the glove boxes. That way you're not reaching over it. Another thing that's nice is the big console electronics area. As you know, everything's getting bigger and bigger. This one has 24-inch units. We did a satin wrap. We also offer a carbon fiber wrap, and we can also do an acrylic one-piece dash if you want a little bit different look.
So you're doing them all flush mounted now. You no longer have the recessed with the enclosure?
Correct. Okay. Yeah, all the electronics have gotten so good, so waterproof, and actually we need the real estate, right? Anytime you do an enclosed area, you lose real estate.
Sure.
So we decided to go like our bigger boats with the all flush mounted dash.
Oh, it looks very nice and clean.
Yeah, little details, like you'll notice we integrated the keeper into the console, so if you put stuff up there, it's not rolling at you. One other really nice thing that turned out really well here is the isinglass one piece. We did a nice big radius so it wraps. You don't have any blind spots in the middle of it. I think that worked out really
Yeah, it's
well.
surprising. Even though you have the piping there, it's impressive to see without having an actual zipper with, you know, that material in between, how much cleaner this thing looks, and the visibility-wise, how much it improves the area.
Yeah, so your vision goes to the further spot. So by not having that zipper or that white piece of material there, it really does open up your visibility a lot. All right, so here you have the helm seat. We have the individual seats. One thing that's nice about this setup is we were able to maintain the storage down below by actuating the entire seat bottom. This is one option. We can do the traditional leaning post, and we also offer a double row option with a rear slide out cooler. So that's another very popular design that we're bringing from the 42 as well.
Okay, perfect. Before we continue on, Ariel, if you don't mind, I'm sure we're going to get this question a lot. Between the 390Z and the 400Z, can you rattle off some of the specs on what the differences are between the two and what we're sitting on right now?
Yeah, sure. So the boat is going to be 8 inches longer. It's going to be 4 inches wider. But the big difference is the volume. We you know, like we mentioned earlier, we added the shoulders. The boat's a lot taller in the bow, gives you that inner space. It really does feel a lot bigger. Also, another important thing, since we added height to the boat, we were able to raise the deck, and our fuel capacity went from 540 gallons roughly to 650 gallons. We went to a triple tank configuration, which makes managing triple and quad engines a lot easier. And we also added additional water. We carry 60 gallons of fresh water.
Very nice. Well, Ralph was mentioning, yeah, the freeboard of the 390, you guys figured you had it perfect. So although this is about 5 inches taller in the water than the 390Z, you can see that the height that you have of your gunnels all the way around to be able to fish, gaff a fish off the bow is exactly the same. It really doesn't feel like, you know, you're in much different. But if you have the boat side by side, it dwarfs the 390 and the 370 that we were side by side with a minute ago.
Yeah, that's crazy if you think about that. But yes, so the inside the boat, it really feels familiar. You know, if you don't look at the new console or a few of the new designs, you really could think you're in a 39. But when you look at it from the outside or even take the ride, because the boat is a much bigger boat.
Yeah. Let's continue our way. Customary to the SeaVees, you have this bit of radius on the console, leaving the space open for your, you know, your walkthrough. A little 15-degree drop on the rod, the vertical rod storage there on the console is beautiful as well. And then I'll let you continue from here.
Yeah. So, you know, we kept the same look of our console. Like I said, it's a brand new console. One of the new features is we went to an electric gear versus our pneumatic system. So we still have nice large head compartment, plenty of access to all your electrical systems. You know, it's a very comfortable boat. You don't even have to twist. You can walk straight into the console, you know. Again, the wiring that we're known for, and really the fit and finish and attention to detail. You know, that's always, you know, when you buy a SeaVee, it's always about the little things, you know. And again, you'll notice when I walk out, there's no twisting, there's no bending. You can easily get in and out of the console. Some other of our competitors, you got to be a contortionist to get in and out.
Yeah.
Big wide seat. We kept our individual loungers. We found that people are really, they're really enjoying being able to have 2 people up front, being able to spread out, not being on top of each other. So we gave you plenty of storage still underneath. So this is a new generation of our loungers. It's completely been redesigned. We kept the electric headrest, of course, so the ladies can enjoy sitting up. One thing that's important when you're sitting down, especially when you're laying out on a boat, is that your body's below the gunnel. You know, we found a lot of people that are building these very high elevated loungers, kind of gives you a really weird feeling. The cool thing about this is you feel like you're in the boat. You never secure. Feel like, you feel very secure. So, and by doing the headrest, it lets them adjust it, lets them lay out, and plenty of storage down below. Yeah. Again, this boat has another fish storage, optional fish box, because the boat comes now with 3 fish boxes. It comes with a forward fish box and 2 rear fish boxes. Okay. This can be turned into a Livewell, an additional fish box, and even in some cases we've put additional fuel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even though this boat's pushing like 650 gallons of fuel.
Yeah, it should be
got
fine.
A lot of fuel. We can do the forward, we can do a coffin box as well, so we can eliminate the seat, or we can go with a completely open bow.
Oh, it's nice how you guys did the individual pods. Obviously, you can get around towards the bow. You can fight a fish off the bow, work your anchor, throw a cast net, but you still have the seating, the comfort for the family, and the extra storage above deck. And then you have an absolutely massive box that I am seeing here.
So what's nice is we hinge this one forward again. Wow. So when you have the seats, you're not trying to crawl around them. honestly, with the rear boxes, you're using this more for storage now. You've got 2 boxes in the back that will hold probably more fish than
you need
than are legal to keep on the boat anyway. So
maybe a full-size swordfish, some big tuna, wahoo, something like that. But yeah, it's a huge box.
So yeah, and again, by keeping the bow open, you know, you can still get up there, you can still get up front, you can throw your anchor, you can fish the bow. I mean, look at this. You can be on a light tackle, you can be on a harness and still get around this bow. That's a problem that we've seen with a lot of other boats that we look at. And we didn't bring the seats to the bow. By keeping the seats here, it literally can come 2 people and you can work around the bow. Again, the other thing we did, fresh and saltwater washdowns integrated down below. We brought that from the bigger boats. And then all your safety gear, we designed this compartment to hold all your life jackets.
Oh, that's
Get them
nice.
out of the floor.
Well, you got all that space there. Being able to utilize it for storage, washdowns, whatever it may be, makes a lot of sense. As you guys know, you can never have too much storage, and you guys have always done a great job with it. And besides that, if you guys have not been on a SeaVee, jump on a SeaVee, because I tell Ariel, I've known him for a while, and it's not because he's here, but when you jump on these boats, the fit, the finish, the quality, just standing on it, you know you're on a SeaVee when you step on a SeaVee. They do an impeccable job, and congratulations again on another model. I was actually on one of the sea trials early on when the 39 came out with my father, and I believe, I don't know if Ariel was there or Ralph was there, the 2 guys. So been around a long time, and they just continue to improve and improve and improve, and you guys, you know, are relentless in it. So congratulations on it. Send us the specs. We'll go ahead and put it on the bottom of the video just for those of you that have questions on it, and also contact information if you want some more information on the 400Z from Ariel and his team. But otherwise,
thanks, Alan.
Thank you, Ariel. Always a pleasure. Congrats on a new boat, and we look forward to seeing you guys at the Miami show soon for sure. That concludes our video with SeaVee boats aboard their brand new 400Z with the triple V10 400 Verado outboards on it. Hopefully this was informative, good quality value for you, and we're going to be doing much more here at Center Console Zone.